Good morning, friends. The next lecture of the lecture series of our business analytics using Python is from Unit 2. And today, in previous lecture, we have already discussed about the concept of function, how we can declare the function, how we can call the function, how we can use the function. Okay, what are the syntax to specify the function declaration or function calling. We have already discussed this thing. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the local and global variable. Okay, this is the second lecture of your unit 2. The CO2 for this particular lecture is for this particular unit is apply modular programming approach using methods and functions. In syllabus we have already discussed. We are not wasting our time to discuss about again the what we will do in this particular lecture, and directly we come to the point that in this particular lecture our agenda is local and global variable. What is local variable? What is global variable? Okay, we will discuss this particular thing in this lecture. For example, variables and parameters that are in a, okay, first of all I am telling you about this local and global variable. Okay, we will discuss other things in later. First of all, you all should know what is local and what is global. A variable which is defined within a function is called as the local variable to the function. Okay, a local variable can be accessed from the point of its definition until the end of the function in which it is defined. Within the function, whatsoever you have written, that will be the body of that particular function. If, for example, you are defining a variable within the function, in that case, that particular variable for that function will be the local variable. Okay, function parameter behaves like local variable in the function. Moreover, whenever we use the assignment operator inside a function, a new local variable will be created. This you keep in mind. Now we are discussing the global variable. Global variable is what? The variable that is to be defined outside the function. Okay, that is to be defined outside the function, but that particular outside the function, but that particular variable will be available outside or within the function, or you can say that throughout the program file you can access that particular variable. If this is the scenario, in that case you can declare it as a global variable. The main difference between the local and global variable is that local variable is what we have defined it within the function. Global variable is what we have defined outside the function. Okay, this is the difference in this is the difference in the context of the definition. Okay, while you are talking about the approach or the access of this particular variable, you can say that the access of that particular variable will be within the function if it is local, or if it is global, then its reach is from the throughout the file or throughout the program. Okay, as a good programming habit, you must try to avoid the use of global variable because they may get altered by mistaken and then the result in erroneous output. So this is all about the definition of local and global variable. This is the example of local and global variable. Like this, listen, see over here, num1 equal to 10. This is what we have not defined any function. That means first the syntax we have written over here is num1 equal to 10. That means it is global variable. If you make a function after that, you simply write print global variable num1 equal to num1. After then you define the function. Def is the syntax or a keyword, you can say that, with the help of which you can start to define the function. Then function name is the func, and you have provided an argument, or you can say that parameter is what? Num2. And within this particular function, these are the set of statements. First statement is what? Print in function, that is local variable num2 equal to comma num2. Whatever variable, whatever argument you will pass corresponding to this num2, it will show over here with the line in function local variable num2 equal to whatsoever the variable you will pass, whatsoever the value you will pass. Num3 equal to 30. Num3 is what? This is the local variable. Okay. Then print in function local variable num3 equal to what? Num3. Then fun 20. 20 is what? This is the actual parameter. What actual parameter? That you have, that the parameter that you have passed into the function as an argument. Now print num1 again, comma num1. Now this is global variable. That means this is the global variable that is being accessed. You simply write num1 again, comma this is num1. Num1 means you are asking about that one num1 that you have already defined outside the function. That in such a case, or from this particular scenario, you can reach at a particular conclusion that your global variable can be accessed within the function. Okay. Next, error. Listen to me very carefully. This is error. Local variable cannot be used outside the function in which it is defined. Printf num3 outside function num3. What is it? This is the function 20. Listen or focus over here. Now function 20 is what? This is the function calling. 20 is passed as an argument to the function. After that, you will print num1 again equal to num1. It will access, this particular thing will access the global variable that is equal to 10. Then you will write print num3 outside the function. You cannot call num3 outside the function, because if num3 will be executed, it will be executed within the function, because this particular num3 is the local variable and you are trying to write or you are trying to access that local variable outside the function. Now you can see the output. Global variable num1 equal to 10. Where it is to be written over here? Second line of point. Global variable num1 equal to 10. You have already mentioned num1 equal to 10, and after that you print that num1. The output will be global variable num1 equal to 10. After that definition, then the function is print function. In function local variable num2. Num2 is what? Now the value of the num2 is equal to 20, because num2 is the actual formal parameter and 20 will be the argument, or you can say that the actual parameter. It will pass the 20 in function local variable num2 equal to 20. Next num3, it will print again in function local variable num3 equal to 30. After then you will print num1 again. Num1 again is what? Num1 will definitely be the 10. The output will be num1 again equal to 10. Num3 outside function, but it will not be printed, because reason is that that particular variable is local variable and here you are trying to execute that particular variable outside the function. So in this particular line of code, it will throw the error. The error is what? Name num3 is not defined. Is it okay? This is the concept of local and global variable. Next is using the global statement to define a variable defined inside a function as global. Again, listen to me very carefully. To define a variable defined inside a function as global, you must use the global statement. This declares the local or the inner variable of the function to have module scope. Example is what? Var equal to good. You have defined a function def show global variable. Okay, global is what? Var1. You simply write global is what? Var1. Var1 is what? You have written it as a morning. That means morning is to be stored into the variable 1, and you have already mentioned variable 1 is what? The global is. Now you print in function var is, then var. Var is what? You will take it as the is. It contains good or it contains morning. It depends. Okay. What it is? Var. Var contains good, not morning. var1 contains morning, but now this is the global variable, and within the function you are accessing this var, this particular global variable. Okay, then you have written show. Then print outside function var1 is. Outside function var1 is, but this particular outside function is what? Now after show, that means this particular instructions will be executed. But now you are writing var1 outside the function. Okay, now you have written it over as variable, and print var is minus var. Var is what? Now is it good or morning? Where contains the good. Okay, the output is, first of all, this line will be executed. In function var is hyphen, then var. What is the value of var is good. This is the first line of the execution. Okay, and after that outside function, this is the outside function, var is comma var1. Var1 contains, this is morning. But you have already mentioned that local variable, but you have mentioned or declared explicitly at it as the global variable. Now it will act as the global variable. That's why the name of that particular topic is using the global statement. Okay, now there is no error at all. You are trying to access the local variable outside the function, but you have marked it as the global. Now that particular variable will be treated as the global variable. To define a variable defined inside a function as global, you must use the global statement, and this is what the global statement is. Okay. Next is resolution of names. Resolution of names means, now scope defines the visibility of a name within a block. If a local variable is defined in a block, its scope is that particular block. If it is defined in a function, then its scope is all blocks within that function. Okay, scope means we are talking about the local and global variable. Now we are discussing the scope of that particular variable. Scope means what? Up to where that the visibility of that particular variable is, that is within the block, that is within a particular function. It will define the block within the function. Okay, when a variable name is used in a code block, it is resolved using the nearest enclosing scope. If no variable of the name is found, then a name error is raised. In the code given below, str is a global string because it has been defined before calling the function. You can see this example, def function, then print str. What is str? You have written it str equal to hello words, and finally you will call the function. Output will be hello world. Okay, this is all about the resolution of names. Next is return statement. In return statement, return expression. Okay, leave this theory. You simply jump this particular example. Def stands for, this is the syntax for defining the function. Cube is the name of the function, and inside the argument or the parameter there will be the x, and return x multiplied by x multiplied by x. That means we are talking about the cube of a particular number. Num equal to what? 10. Result will be cube within the parenthesis, that will be the parameter, means x is what? Now it is num. X is the formal parameter, num is the actual parameter. Don't be confused between the formal parameter and actual parameter. Don't be confused between the parameter and the arguments. Okay. And now this num is what? This is 10. You have passed 10 into this particular cube or the actual parameter, and it will return into the results, and finally you will print the results. Cube of num equal to comma results. The output will be 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10. Resultant will be the 1000. Okay, this is the concept of return statement. Next is required arguments. Required arguments is what? In the required arguments, the arguments are passed to a function in correct positional order. Okay. Also, the number of arguments in the function call should exactly match with the number of arguments specified in the function definition. For example, leave those types of things. You can read these things later also. Just focus on the examples. You simply see over here, def display, print hello, display hi. Just you simply take, this is what display is. There is no argument at all, and you simply print hello. But over here in display, now you are passing the argument. If you do like this, then it will give the error because display has no arguments. Error is what? Type error. Display function takes no argument. Here is one given. This will be the output. Required argument is what? There is no requirement for the argument, but you are passing the one argument into the function. It will give the error. Likewise, def display. This is the str. You are passing the parameter as a string as a parameter. Okay, but while you are calling the function, no parameter is being passed. That means it will give the error. Likewise, this one. This will be the perfect example. Def display str, print str, and the hello is to be stored into the str. Display str. That means now the function is matching with the parameters. Okay, it will display the hello. This is all about the required arguments. Next is keywords argument. Keyword is what? For example, for displaying a particular, declaring a particular function name, we will use a keyword that is known as def. When we call a function with some value, values are assigned to the arguments based on their position. Python also allows function to be called using keywords arguments in which the order or the position of the argument can be changed. Okay, the values are not assigned to arguments according to their position, but based on their name or keywords. Keywords arguments are beneficial in two cases. First, if you skip arguments. Okay, keywords argument are benefits in two cases. In first case, when you skip the argument, and second is what? If the function call you change the order of the parameter. For example, this one, def display str comma int x comma float y. Print is what? The string is str. Second print statement is what? Integer value is int underscore x. Third print value is float, pointing value is float minus y. Now display, it is not mandatory that you should write the sequence as it is to be written into the function definition. Listen, float y is the third parameter. Now you are writing it as a first. Float y equal to, you have written the value, assign, initialize the value. Likewise, str, you have passed the hello value. Int x, you have passed 1 2 3 4. When the output will be executed, it is to be executed. First of all, the string is, it will search the string. Is there any string? String is what? Hello is, it will print hello. Then integer value. What is integer value? 1 2 3 4. Statement will be executed in the preferential order, or you can say that in the sequential order. Okay, doesn't matter whether you have changed the position of the arguments or not. You can change the position of the argument, but the statement will be executed accordingly as it is to be shown into the source code. This is all about the keywords arguments. Next is variable length argument. Variable length argument means in some situation it is not known in advance how many arguments will be passed to a function. In such cases, Python allows programmers to make function call with arbitrary number of arguments. Okay, when we use arbitrary arguments or variable length arguments, then the function definition uses an asterisk before the parameter name. The syntax for a function using variable arguments can be given as, this is what? Definition, function name, argument 1, argument 2, and up to so on. And finally, with the asterisk before the parameter name, where underscore args underscore tuple. This is function statement, and this is return statement. You can see this example. Def function name comma star favorite subject. Now print /n name comma like to read. Then for subject in favorite subject. For subject in favorite subject means you have applied the for loop. For means what? This is the loop. Subject in, subject means this is the variable, like you have written for I in range. Now it is for I is what? Subject in range, range is what? Favorite subjects. Prints subject. Then you have passed the function, you have called the function Gorange mathematics Android programming. What is it? This is the name. It likes mathematics and Android programming. Like function Richa C data structure design and analysis of algorithm. And finally function Krish. What it will be printed? Gorangs like read mathematics and Android programming, because you have written over here name likes to read. Okay, then for subject till then there will be the favorite subject, it will print. This is all about the variable length argument. Next is default argument. Default argument is what? This is the last slide of this particular lecture, and after that we will discuss the things. Default argument is what? Python allows user to specify function argument that can have default values. This means that a function can be called with a fewer argument than it is to be defined to have. That is, if the function accepts 3 parameters, but function call provides only 2 arguments. Okay, listen to me again. If the function accepts 3 parameters, but the function call provide only 2 arguments, then the third parameter will be assigned by default. Okay, or already specified values. The default value to an argument is provided by using the assignment operator. Users can specify a default value for one or more arguments. Likewise, def display name courses equal to b tag. Print name plus name. Print course plus comma course. Display color BCA, name is RF. This is keywords argument. Then display name Rayaj. Default argument for course. Now output will be name equal to what? RF, because this is the name print and this is the course, this one. Course is what? BCA. Name is what? RF. Name is what? Rayans. Course is BTech. And this is all about the things of default argument. You can check the concepts. You can practice the problems. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can talk to me. Follow the W3 schools or tutorialpoints.com along with these textbooks and reference books. If you have any query, please you can ask. Otherwise, that's all from my side. Okay, thank you.